Hi, welcome back to Fruitful Minutes. We're diving into a new series today all about skin health and not just your typical topical skincare remedies. We're diving deep, internal support. So we're going to talk about acne today.
Yeah.
All right, so give us the scoop.
So I think a lot of people have misconceptions about acne, and I think they need to be talked about because a lot of people are doing stuff that's making their acne worse.
Okay.
Right? And a lot of people are like, why are we doing a film on acne when it's a puberty thing?
Yes.
Or, it's most common problem in puberty, but 12% of women and 3% of men into their middle ages still struggle with acne. Some people don't even have acne till they're middle-aged, right?
Oh.
They were fine in puberty and middle ages when they're having acne.
Breakouts. Okay.
So it's still a relevant discussion for pretty much everybody because, again, a lot of these practices, they're very common, and I think it's what people think they should be doing, and it's just a different situation and different approach.
Okay.
So a lot of people are not considering diet and lifestyle as part of what is creating some of the acne, and that is a huge part of it because gut health ends up being a huge part of what comes out on our skin.
That's so central, for sure.
Absolutely. And so one of the things that a lot of people with acne struggle with is breaking down and digesting dairy. So there's some dairy sensitivities. So one of the first things that people should try getting rid of for a while is dairy from their diet, because for whatever reason, badly processed dairy comes out on people's skin as acne.
I've heard that, like inflammatory. Yes, I've definitely heard that.
Absolutely. So to me, it's like worth giving it a trial run, cut out the dairy and see what happens, because tons of people are like, wow, who knew my skin could clear up with just a simple change? And now there's so many products on the market that are dairy-free, but fill the need, oat milk and almond milk and all that stuff. So you can get an alternative that's not creating such a bad problem on the skin.
Definitely.
Because gut health is so important, probiotics come into play for people.
I feel like it always comes back to the probiotics.
Right. So, and I think people don't think about probiotics when it comes to skin health, but skin health is related to gut health very closely. Mm-hmm. So probiotics is one of those things that I would say, first off, try. Okay. One of the things to know about probiotics is some of them are grown on dairy, right? So if you're trying to cut out dairy or you have a dairy problem, make sure the probiotic you're picking is dairy-free.
Read the
that
label.
way you're not getting the dairy into the system and in your gut.
Right.
Because we've seen other people who are like, this probiotic is making me break out. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, it's typically a dairy-based strain, right? Like not for everybody, and that's totally fine. There's a lot of options out there.
Cool.
A lot of people with acne, and this is where it becomes controversial, right? Because a lot of topical products are out there. A lot of people are overwashing and over drying their skin, right? And pretty much every acne line on the market is telling you, wash your face twice a day, 3 times a day. You have to get everything off topically.
Right. And there's like no consideration to like people having different, like you said, different lifestyles, different diets. And that was something that I learned too, is because you think if your face is dirty or actually you think you're breaking out, you think your face is dirty. And that's not always the case. So then you're washing multiple times.
And you're over drying. And because a lot of the acne-based products have drying agents in them or astringents, and those are for certain skin types by all means, but a lot of people, it's creating more oily skin, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, if I'm producing oil, I have to wash it off because that's what's causing my acne. A lot of times the oil production is related to the over drying. So when your skin gets this receptor of like, oh my gosh, we are dried out again, it then enhances the oil production.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are staying away from oils. And one of the first things we encourage people to do is switch to more topical oils that are plain oils, single oil products that don't clog the pores, but they also rebalance the oil production coming from inside out.
There is such a fear with the oils because you think grease, you think it's clogging the pores. Using face oils for me has been a game changer. 100%.
Right. And so even people with oilier skin can benefit, and every oil has different properties.
Yes.
Right. Some oils absorb faster. Jojoba is pretty much the same pH as the skin, so it absorbs fastest. So there's different oils for different skin types even, but just balancing the oil production from putting oil on the skin versus over drying is a game changer for so many people, but everybody's afraid of the oils.
Right. So the key would be check your diet, try eliminating some dairy, consider a probiotic.
Yeah.
If your dairy is sensitive, if you already know that, try looking for one that's dairy-free.
Dairy-free.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then don't be afraid to try oils.
Right.
And obviously playing around. I mean, there's so much on the market. I think it's just important to know what's going to work best for your skin type.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing those tips. We hope that was helpful for you guys. Maybe think about your skincare a little bit differently. Join us next week for another part of this series. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next Fruitful Minutes.